So weekly chart, we're down at the bottom end of the range. We've got moving average crosses that are technically bullish. There's a nice inverted empire that's trying to fire from 1825. We hit 1838 there a week or so ago. So this thing technically is a buy, sitting there at 1782. It's just sitting there. Yeah, it's good to see we got nice firm price action. Oh, look at that. We're actually, are we going to take out this stamp high here? That was 29,380, and we are now at 29,280. All right, so we still got another $100 to go to break out here. And we hit a high there of 308. Ooh, that was close. 380. Oh, yeah. Well, that's a pretty strong candle, so it looks to me like we're breaking out to the upside. Did see quite a big movement up in the altcoins. Some of the altcoins just went crazy. Remember, we had this one yesterday. Congratulations to anybody on the site who banged out a nice win on that one. Way to go. Notice this XAD is starting, or XCAD is starting to try and turn back up, so keep your eyes peeled there. No real buy signal there. Ren, yeah, ooh, look at that cute little bullish bot trying to come in there, so that looks good. And geez, there's some big percentage moves here. Ooh, look at that one. Hey, all you crazy crypto kids, that one looks like it's getting ready to go. Not quite sure what this is based off of. Looks like I just drew the double bottom. Looks like there's another double bottom trying to come in there, so that's kind of cool. There you go. There's one for you to chew on. It's right in the reload zone. We should probably have this green, not red. There we go. That's a little better. Gee whiz. That one looks like it's just sitting there. Maple. If you have the opportunity, I would take a good look at that one. 8% on that guy. Who's that? AGLD. I'm not sure who that is. Look at that beautiful reload zone pullback. And actually, these were ones that we recently took a look at. And look at that. They're all green. These were kind of the names that people were most interested in. Look at that. It's interesting how starting out the day, everybody's bearish here. So maybe that's a sign in itself that, hey, we've been a little too bearish. Maybe stuff's got to start perking back up. Still have a lot of sixes on the dashboard, which is a bit surprising, but nonetheless, there they are. So AVAX, APE, Shiba Inu, I think it's called, HBAR, BCH, Phil, there's Adam's Filecoin. Remember I was cursing about that the other day. DOT, ICP, VET, even Link. I would have no problem whatsoever if you were shopping to get positions in any of these names with sixes. There's also VET from a technical perspective. This is one of the strongest names in the market. So it being a 6 and it being technically appealing, ooh wee, look at that chart, eh? That's probably something we should be paying attention to. Yeah, looks very body 2x4. Couldn't get through the bathroom door. Ooh, just missed 66. So caveat emptor, be a little careful here if you did want to bought this. This might be a little suspect. Considering it is very strongly rated on our universe and it is spitting out sixes on the weekly charts, might be worth taking a shot at. Yeah, there you go. Interesting how yesterday's low was basically back into those moving averages. I don't know if you got to pull back into this 23.7. It's not a terrible number. You're only basically a penny higher than we're right now. So looks like we've broken those downtrend lines. Break W. Well, there's a W going through that high there. You could justify being long from 24.89. So even where we are right now. So, man, there's one definitely to think about. That's a good looking name. The only thing that's sort of missing here is I'd like to see some buying interest, but very strong momentum. Lots of moving average support. Here's a really good example where the moving averages will help your trade. Then I would just simply say if you did decide to take this trade, that an M below this trend line here will tell you that whatever this bull was, it's toast. As long as we stay above that trend line, you can stay long. Long and strong, as they say. There's probably a really good application of using the dashboard to help you see half decent trades. We've got a name, like we said, is spitting out a 6 from its top 30 list. So this is sort of like the blue chips of the cryptos. And if you can find a name here that looks good, XLM, that's Stellar Lumens, right? I think we bought some of that recently. There he is. He's a 5, which doesn't mean it's not bad. Price is a dime. 50 52-week high is 21 cents, low 7, so 50% level is 14. So it's still got 40% to go, but you can see the moving averages are kind of sort of, probably if we take this to like many decimal points, it's probably bullish. Well, I don't know, might be, might not. But right now it's just showing equal there. But it came up strong on the sort of daily screen. So let's see what it looks like. Yeah, that makes sense. Nice double bottom down in there. What does XLM look like? I think I went and bought some of this recently, didn't I? Seem to recall. XLM. There you go. Stellar versus USDT. Yeah, that's kind of moved up too much. I don't know whether I really want to pay that. XLM. And that's 10.5 cents, which, yeah, we saw that. Suppose if you zoom out, maybe this thing has come way down. Yeah, look at that. So it was 80 cents. So, is there a cheap ass in your world? If you're a cheap ass, I suppose this isn't a terrible idea. I don't know whether I really like buying way up there, though. But I can understand that the weekly moving averages are probably pointing higher here. Oh, yeah, look at that. They're just trying to cross. If anything, kind of like what the image says here, probably let this thing play itself out, whatever the pop is here. Then on the subsequent pullback against trendline support into reload zones, into moving average support. Notice how if we move this up to our anticipated target up here, then the reload zone lines up with this trend line, also lines up with the moving averages. If we dip back down into moving average support, those moving averages should support price. Yeah, only time will tell. If you just bought this W and said, Brian, I'm willing to risk this W, yeah, I'm okay with that. And honestly, if you were like, I'm a little old lady, I'm just going to start nanny nibbling on this, perfectly fine by me. Good to see we got some volume ramping up. I don't think there's really a lot we can glean about today. Friday, I guess, or maybe that's Saturday's price action. Pretty bullish, so that doesn't look bad. It would make sense why this would score so well on our list. And I would say, the easiest way for you to use this information is just simply look to see where the names, if they do fall in the, if you're relatively new to this space and you don't want to get involved in the shit coins, because keep in mind there's a bazillion of these damn things, and you want to just stick to like the crypto top 30, which is sort of like the blue chips, if you will, of this space, then pop on over and look for sort of the names that are on the leaderboard that are strong. If I'm not mistaken, we started off the conversation with AVAX. Notice AVAX is also strong. So my hunch is we pull up this chart, it probably looks pretty good too. What do we got here on AVAX? Yep. So there is a W working. There's another W that just came in here. Indicator looks very, very strong. DI. So it's just yet another name. This, I gotta say, the engine is working absolutely perfectly. It's doing everything that I could possibly ask for. So weekly chart, we're down at the bottom end of the range, hence the 5s and 6s. We've got moving average crosses that are technically bullish. There's a nice inverted empire that's trying to fire from 1825. We hit 1838 there a week or so ago, so this thing technically is a buy, sitting there at 1782. It's just sitting there. If we go down to the dailies, we see that this looks like it looks like it's still setting up a bot. So you don't need to go out and rush, but probably something along those lines. Looks like this is another one where it came awfully close to, I don't know, Brian. This thing maybe it's not a bot anymore. There's your downtrend line. So yeah, I think I'd like to give this thing a little bit of more time to sort of play out. My hunch is we're going to go up into here. Then we're going to waffle around. Do we have to walk down the trend line? We might. But give us a W on the other side of the trend line, and we got ourselves a buy signal. It's cheap. Love those cheaps. Again, little old ladies, nanny nibbles, all that kind of stuff. Great, fine. Go to your heart's content. Try not to risk more than 5% of your portfolio on any one single name, please. Got nice bull divs, maybe a potential bear div coming in here. So it could use some more work for quote unquote it being a trade. But on balance, it's not a terrible looking name, especially if the broader crypto market is still happy. So yet another example on the top list and on the leaderboard as acceptable, spitting out a 6. I wouldn't have a problem with if you want to go and buy.